What's up? This is Ryan.
Hey, and I'm Michael. Welcome to All Day Unpacked. Today we are looking at the new challenge that drops on Thursday. So that will be today. And we are kind of give you our thoughts on what we think it might be and talk about what's going on. So, Ryan, what is it going to be?
Okay. Let me tell you what it's going to be.
Right.
I feel like maybe like a little bit of George Costanza in the way I'm going to approach this, but I feel like
All right.
we didn't get what we wanted last time. So I feel like it's going to happen this time. I feel like it's going to be the burn moment challenge this time. I feel like it's going to be about burning moments. I feel like it's possibly going to center around the Raiders and the Jaguars. I think a lot of people think it's going to be about the Hall of Fame moments, and a lot of those are going for sale and whatnot. But I think it's going to be about the Raiders, the Jaguars, and burning moments because they never, ever deliver on what they should deliver on. They always do some random thing that doesn't make any sense to me. So that's the way I'm going with it.
Raiders Jags as the Hall of Fame game.
Raiders Jags is the Hall of Fame game. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Clifford Branch. I got the old school Cliff Branch jersey on. So I'm rocking that.
I was going to say, I see you're finally not wearing a Jags jersey. How does it feel to be in a winning jersey for once?
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit different, but actually, the funny thing is, I won't go down that path right now. But it's it's a little different being in a Raiders jersey, but definitely a huge Cliff Branch fan, and good to see him and Baselli get into the Hall of Fame. So moving back to the challenge, what are your thoughts?
Well, what are we, 0 for 4 on guessing challenges right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
We are the strikeout kings on trying to figure out challenges. So I'm going to go where the money is, and I'm going to say it is a Hall of Famer challenge because, you know what? Why not, right? Like, I seem to be... Actually, I don't want it to be a Hall of Fame challenge, so I'm saying it's a Hall of Fame challenge so that when I'm wrong, then I'll get something that I actually like. I think the historical moments are just, like, taking such a dive right now that they're going to do anything they can to kind of try to make them relevant again. So I think if it's not Hall of Fame, it's going to be a historical challenge for sure. Okay.
Well, I'd like to make a second prediction. Since we're so bad, we might as well go in and start making
we need all the
alternate predictions. Sure. So I'm going to throw another prediction out there, and that is going to be team moments. That's another one that I've wanted for a long time, and I feel like maybe it's time that they actually, because it's about the season, it's about the teams. I feel like week one, they're going to probably be more about more about like the stats and the fantasy part of it. But I think maybe this would be a good time to actually roll out the team moment. So I'm kind of hoping that this is the time where it's all about the teams.
Maybe as far as like the burning moments, I think, it's like when you read their announcements, you can see they're running behind, like they're trying to implement something that they can't quite get right. And to me, that's got to be burning moments. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the things that they wanted to do. Right. They can't get it right, so they're like pushing it off because the announcements now are saying that they're going to hit open beta right in the early season. So this product is still going to be in beta during the season, which is crazy to think that. I mean, you had to think that their goal was to just be in full release by the season start.
Yes.
But hopefully they can get their act together by the end of the season because it would be a really missed opportunity if they're not in full swing, by playoff time.
Yeah. They kind of shit the bed on that part, but you know what? We still love them, right?
I mean, I do. I'm not, how can you not? And apparently other people are starting to love them too, because if you've been looking at the marketplace lately, it is like, it has turned. It is, it was June got a little rough. There was some down moments there where it was, things were getting down there, but everything is getting back and stronger and stronger. So if you look at like the kind of the market over the last, 7 or 8 days, it's just straight back up. So I think that's a promising sign for people. I think you're seeing a lot of like fantasy players starting to go up, people who are like starting to find players for fantasy. So a lot of offensive players going up. So if you're looking for like the bargains and stuff, it's on the defensive side, it seems like.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Should we pull up a few of those and maybe check them out and kind of show what we're talking about? I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Maybe start with some of like the rares, some of the higher priced rares.
Yeah.
I think the Mahomes is back. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say what you're going to say, which is Mahomes, man. He is back and up back in the $1,800 range, which I think is a great sign for collectors. He was down in like the 13 range. So
I know
the fact that he's back up there now is a good sign. Yeah. So, and Justin Herbert back in the 1350 range. Lawrence is back up to 770. Tom Brady at 720. Micah Parsons, he was actually back up over 600 now, just sitting at 600.
Right.
This Bills moment, the moment that will not go down.
No, it won't. That moment is crazy.
Well, it did get down to like 420, but it was this. Remember, this thing sat in the 500s forever, and now
it got down into the threes. Yeah, that thing got.
I missed it when it did. So the one that really surprises me is this Deebo Samuel moment where he's up to 405. I mean, he is a great player, but this rare, the value of that one has really surged over the last little bit here.
Right. Now, what do you think about this Kyler Murray moment and this whole contract thing? Did you hear about that? They put in a bunch of clauses that he has to study 4 hours per week for the next game. Did you hear that?
No,
they they gave him that huge deal, but then on top of that, they put in a clause that says you have to do like independent research for 4 hours, and you can't be distracted by video games or the internet or whatever. Wow. Yeah, so they're kind of saying like that doesn't say much about your franchise player if you're putting in a clause like that.
Putting all that in there, yeah.
But maybe it's because they're paying him so much.
Yeah, or they felt like he had issues from before if he was distracted. Right. I mean, look, we saw that playoff game last year where he kind of just quit, right? Like he kind of gave up. And I don't know, we don't know what was going on in that locker room.
No, you never know.
Sideline or who felt what or this, but that was as close. Like that wasn't like Antonio Brown quitting, but it was pretty much giving up on your team and just like, and look, it was a bet. They showed up horribly against the Rams, and the Rams won the Super Bowl. So it's not like it was, they didn't like shit the bed against a really bad team or something, but
no,
they did struggle a lot down the back half of the season. I mean, I know a lot of people are picking the Cardinals to struggle this year. I gotta agree. I mean, without DeAndre Hopkins, they were terrible. Like they just could not find any rhythm. They traded Christian Kirk, and now they're without Hopkins for at least 6 games because of the suspension. So,
well, Marquise Brown catches everything, so they should be fine.
I mean, I'll tell you what.
Maybe he'll do all right.
You know what? He was talking about how he was wasting away in Baltimore. So he's going to get to find out. Like we're going to find out where he's at those first 6 games. Now that being said, a lot of people are high on him because his one and only comment has been shooting up. It's over $20 now. So that has been that's been doing well in addition. But that to me is a fantasy football purchase, right? That's people who see something at $20 and are buying it for their fantasy lineup.
Got it. So who else we got here besides we got Najee, Jamar Chase, the normal suspects? Yep. Anybody else creeping in there?
No, just the Raiders team moment that's been around there. Cooper Kupp's still down at 300. This guy, for as good of a year as he had last year, that's what's crazy. He's 300. Deebo Samuel's 400.
But doesn't he have so many moments? Doesn't Cooper Kupp have
but it's still his debut. And there's more.
Oh, that is the debut.
I don't know. It is.
Yeah.
Here's one, the Deontay Johnson. Now
why is that so bad?
By the fact there's only 600.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. Maybe there's more to it than I get.
He was the best receiver on the Steelers last year. That's why. Khalil Mack. This one's in short supply. This one.
I don't know.
There's only
Deontay Johnson over what's his name? Adams.
Devontae Adams.
I mean, that doesn't seem right.
Well, but there's half as many. There's 600 versus 1100.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but 30, still, Deontay Johnson. I don't know. I just don't see it.
I mean, he had a really strong season last season. So I think a lot of people are high on him. And I mean, who knows? Maybe Mitch Trubisky comes out and, catch. I mean, Mitch Trubisky is not a terrible quarterback. If he's in the right place, he could actually be all right. Like he's not.
I don't think Mitch is going to be playing.
Is strong.
I think it's going to be your boy Kenny Pickett possibly.
No, Mitch Trubisky is going to be the starter there.
I mean, maybe for the first couple weeks. I feel like it's
more. I don't.
You think so?
I think Mitch Trubisky's better than people give. I think he's going to have a good
possibly
year. Not Pro Bowl or anything, but he's going to be a solid. Like he will be a solid starter this year. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing. No disrespect to Mitch. I don't know. I just feel like when you take a guy that high, you're usually looking to play him right away.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I still think that Mitch is just going to outplay him and keep him on the bench. I just do. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm full of wild predictions this year, so what the heck.
There you go.
So then, yeah, you got Burrow, Waddle. You got some guys who these aren't their debut moments, so that's probably why they're a little bit lower. If these were debuts, especially Waddle being a rookie, it'd be higher. I mean, here's your highest rare rookie debut, which is Amon-Ra St. Brown, which, again, solid receiver for the Lions. He had like 100 catches last year. But again, sitting at the same price as Jamar Chase, but this isn't his debut. So,
got it.
And then from there, it's some team moments: the Raiders, the Ravens, the Patriots. So it's kind of crazy to think that this isn't even the Raiders' debut moment; it's their second rare moment, and sitting at the same price as the debut for the. But again, $499 versus $699 versus $1,200. So it's
absolutely.
They're starting to really catch on about scarcity. I'll be very curious to see how they limit like numbers going forward. It feels like I think they're just going to go ahead and just make things scarce and let the current crowd fight over it. And then if this thing ever blows up, then they'll add in more numbers. But I think they learned from Top Shot, and they're like, okay, let's not screw this up and just make a bunch and everybody bails on this project. So,
right. Well, let me just
I think they're being smart.
Throw a curveball at you and say this.
Yeah.
What do you see that's depleted? Because it seems like the contest always hinges around what's kind of down. Is there do you feel like there's something that's kind of beat up, something that like needs help? Like, I mean, if you were AllDay, which moments would you be trying to move? What's that?
I'd be trying to move my historical moments. They're getting wrecked right now.
Okay. So, I mean you're talking about like the Herman Moores and the old school.
I don't know. You can't do it on this site. You can't sort by historical versus like you can on the
I thought there was
site.
some way to
Is it set?
I think it is.
No,
it's not set. No. It's like
yeah, you have to do it on it's the other site you have to go
Is
to.
it? Got it.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up.
There's the old Jolly Joker.
Yeah, these things. They're like hundreds of dollars too. I mean, like I like Own the Moment, and I mean the idea of participating in the fantasy league seems interesting, but I don't want a fucking Jolly Joker. These things they're like garbage. I mean, sorry, whoever's watching from Own the Moment, but get some real art. Like make your product look buyable, because right now it looks like shit. Like, sorry, I mean, it's just crappy. So sorry, whoever's watching that loves their Jolly Joker. That thing fucking sucks. Like, just burn that thing.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. So what you're seeing, so now here's what I'm saying. Like
so let's go to the low.
Historical has been down. You're seeing it getting goose though. Like all the Hall of Fame players are starting to go up, right? So like Aeneas Williams, he was down in like the 50 range, and now he's almost $100. I mean, like some of these guys have really gone up as far as that. And I think, gosh, look at that. It's all up now. Even the commons down here. So, or no, that's just.
So now would be a good time to dump your commons.
Well, let's see. No, see, all the commons are 0%. So, see, all the commons are down. Everybody is, if you look, it's all
the Hall of
rares
Famers
and above that are being bought.
You
see this? So the only commons are the Hall of Fame commons. Derek Brooks is up.
Byron
Roy
Leftwich
Williams isn't a Hall of Famer. Neither is Byron Leftwich.
Okay, Thurman
Thomas. But Byron Leftwich is a Jag, so that might be why you're seeing him here.
Good point.
Because he's on the team of. So you know what? A good idea for your challenge. This could be it. Is you might have to have whatever teams are having players inducted into the Hall of Fame have a moment of that team.
Right. Okay.
Maybe it's going to be something like that, a historical moment or something. I don't know.
Well, the Raiders don't have a historical.
That's true. So maybe it would just be any moment then from that, or something.
Yeah.
I don't. Like I said, we suck at predicting this, so I'm sticking with my Hall of Fame, my Hall of Famers that you have to have to get the pack. But you know what? I just whoever thinks that's what it is and bought it Aeneas Williams for $95. Sorry about that. I just cursed them, and now they're going to be like. selling that thing off for $60. I'll buy Aeneas Williams when he gets back down to 50, because once this next contest gets announced, if it's not a Hall of Fame contest,
yeah,
I can guarantee you're going to see some prices drop.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Again, look at these commons right here. Marvin Harrison, Hall of Famer. Brian Urlacher, Hall of Famer. So, I mean, there's a couple. Leroy Butler, is Butler a Hall of Famer? No.
No, I'm trying to kind of read into this and see, like, look and see if any of the Raiders or Jags are up. I'm just curious to see if anybody else is, like, search the Raiders and see.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see if anybody's buying in.
Oh, Brian Edwards is up again. Look, he's up to 77.
Huh.
So Raiders, yeah. It's hard to say because everything's up, but boy, there's some pretty good.
How about this? Look at the Jaguars, and that'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's
exactly. I mean, not a lot up, but some.
No. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence.
All right, let's compare it against just let's look at like the Dolphins, right? So the Dolphins aren't part of the weekend. Let's just see how they're looking. So this will give you a good baseline for.
Sure.
So yeah, they're all up too. I mean, it's hard. So
yeah, it is kind of.
I don't think no one's picked up on the Raiders Jags theme yet.
No, they haven't.
Which may be a good thing. So.
Right. Yes.
But what's nice to see is look at all this green. Boy, I'll tell you, if you currently have moments, it's always great to watch that value grow. So there's not very much that's down right now. In fact, I mean, let's just take a look over the last 7 days.
Probably going to be a legendary, but
it's you're right. It's going to be legendaries. Let's take legendaries out of it.
Right.
Because legendaries, they just jump around in price so much.
Right.
Let's go to tier and we'll go to rare.
Once you add common too, yeah.
There we go. Okay. So you got Bobby McCain. Well, he dropped to $3 from $4, so that's not
sure. But I mean, how long will
a few guys? Von Miller, Vita Vea.
Not much though.
I mean, look at this though. That's one scroll and then you get to 0. Like this is it.
Sure.
These are the only players that are down over the last 7 days. That is impressive.
Yeah.
And one of them is the Raiders
I saw that
debut at 3.
Well, and the Patriots as well.
Yeah. I mean,
and again, not down that bad either. It's not like a high percentage.
No. I mean, nothing. 25% is misleading because it went from $4 to $3, and I guarantee you, if we go look at this right now, that one probably already is purchased, and it's probably back up to $4.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. See. Oh no. Well, let's see. We can go $3 Bobby McCain right now.
Really? $3?
$3. Number 4255.
Buy it.
You go get that?
I got it.
I mean, if I was logged in, I'd probably buy it right now. I'd buy a $3.
Yeah.
Why not? You never know. He could be. I mean, here's the thing. Any $3 moment, you're buying to burn. Like when there's a burn challenge, great. That's a $3 burn. I guarantee you, whatever that's gonna be. I'd be hard pressed. I'd buy Logan Cook for $3, right? I mean, it's $3 is a good price for a moment.
Right. And I feel like on the front end of the burn, like when people start burning at the beginning, I feel like you're going to get more of a return on it as it goes further. You probably won't get as much for burning moments. So it's like you want to be in on that first burn when it happens.
Yeah, that first burn challenge will be probably where they incentivize the best and reward. So
correct.
Correct. Yeah. But it's interesting. There's a few rares that are down, but I've noticed the one thing that I'll say too that I've kind of noticed like trend wise is that the rares, we did videos like a couple weeks ago where we were talking about the floor price being like in the 30s, and now I mean, I don't think there's a rare under $40 anymore. So
what is the floor price for rares?
$40 for Cam Sims and Traquan Smith and David Long Jr. So, but I mean,
impressive.
So like, there's like, look at.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, do you think well, no, I can't believe that a bunch of people are just dumping them. I mean, people have to be buying in to keep the price going up. So
No,
somebody's got to be
I
buying
can.
these.
You want to know what's going on right now? If you look, people are trying to complete a rare set. So, for
Oh, yeah.
instance, like some of the more expensive moments are really jacked up. So, like a good example of this is like the In the Trenches set.
Okay. Can you see the amount of people that have completed it now?
You can actually. There's a way. Oh gosh, you're putting me on the spot, and that's gonna be that's mean epic failure on my part.
Right.
Let's see. You go to market. It's not collection. It's shoot. Here we go. Sets. Here we go. So you can see right here, completed. So here's the percent of the set. Here's how many completions that are for that set.
Sure.
So let's just do a quick sort. So you can see, like, for instance, this gridiron, which there's only, 16. These
right.
are basically having all of the common historicals. 1,300 people have that. Opening acts, there's only, 5 on that. So, and then what I really like about this On the Moment is they show you how much it costs to complete that set.
Yes. Yep, I like that.
Yeah. So here's completions. He called game, which is a common set. So all common sets, and then Showtime's the first rare set where there's 119 completions.
What about
$1,000.
What about In the Trenches and Ballhawk? What are those? Are
Ballhawk? There are 66 completions of Ballhawk. In the Trenches, there are 16. Wow, that's low.
Yeah,
there's more Afterburner. Wow, I am really surprised that
because you know what, offense versus defense.
This just goes to show you the power of fantasy football. Yeah. Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
Launch codes 75. Wow, that's impressive because to do launch codes you got to have Mahomes, you got to have I think Lawrence's rookie is in there. Yeah, it's a 6,000. That's a $6,500 investment.
Price tag. Yeah.
75. Yeah.
What is the least?
No, but that's good. Good for the people doing that.
Is there a least that's not a heavy legendary one?
So these are all legendaries.
Sure.
There's only, this says common, but there are legendaries in this one, so that's misleading. Same with conference championships. Same with this one. So these are all ultimate legendary. So In the Trenches is the one for a set that is only rares. That is the least completed set. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
That is interesting. And
honestly, right on.
I will say this: In the Trenches is one of my favorites. Like I love.
It's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, Micah Parsons' rookie moment is in that. His debut moment is in the Trenches set. So, just some other good players too. Cam Jordan, that's where the Khalil Mack is sitting.
Yes.
So some good ball players in there.
Right.
But yeah, I am a little surprised. I mean, but again, like we said, the power of fantasy football and the power of offense is why so many more people have completed launch codes for 6,500 over In the Trenches, which is a third that. Well, not third, maybe 40%, but you get the idea.
So going back to legendaries, what is the Favre Ultimate at these days? I mean,
that is a good question.
I saw a tweet about it going for 44,000 at one point, but has anything moved since then?
Let's find out. Looks like the low ask is 43,000.
Got it. But as far as I guess we'd have to go to AllDay to actually see
what's sold.
The sold history. Yeah, I'm checking it out on the download right now.
Here, I got it.
Wonder how many of those are going to get burned.
All of them.
All right, so 14,000.
But that's a lot less dollar-wise. So 14, 18, 22.
So we actually saw one move in June. 2 move in June.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Man, things are really starting to pick up. I'm enjoying where things are going, and I think now that we're going into preseason, I think we're finally going to start to see, like, again, the biggest thing that I'm after, and that is like, how are these guys' prices going to evolve in real time as they play well, or, you know, have fantasy numbers, do whatever. It's like, how are they going to evolve week to week? I'm excited to see that happen. So, I guess I just kind of, you know, I guess we should wrap it up here. We've probably gone on long enough.
Yeah.
So we're going to get out of here. Hopefully some of our predictions actually come true this time. And we don't look like
Probably
a bunch of chumps. And we don't look like a bunch of chumps. I'm thinking this time we're actually going to get a piece of it. We might not get the whole thing, but I think we're going to get a piece of it. So we'll catch you on the flip side, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.